Hey guys, Billy our Cheeser here, and I have some trade ideas for Sacramento Kings. As you know, they are my favorite team, and Vlad Divac is unwilling to do shit. So, here are some trade ideas. If I'm lucky, he'll see it and maybe try to get them to work, and we'll go from there. So, the first team we have here is a deal with Memphis, and I think it'd work out really well. Rudy Gay and Ben McLemore for Zach Randolph and Tony Allen. Why this would work? Well, This is. Oh, by the way, I'm completely ignoring the fact that like certain people have issues with the rest of the team. I'm just talking about the actual skill on the court. So for the Memphis deal, they get Rudy Gay. They get a nice fast. If they need to put a power forward, they put Jeff Green at power forward. He can play both. Ben McLemore is a nice shooting guard that has young potential and talent that can really help Memphis. And Sacktown, they're getting defense. What do they need? Defense. They're already a top 10. They're top 10 in offensive efficiency. Defensively, they're not so great. So that's why I think any trade of Memphis usually is a good trade because they have great defense. And Zach Randolph can be very helpful because, the defensive presence and the post ability, along with the fact that he has a nice, strong mid-range that will be fairly consistent. Same Tony Allen, the offense is not very good. It doesn't matter. We need defense. He gets everybody else better on defense. Him along with Zebo, hopefully, can bring Sacktown some defense and enough of a change for them to be able to maybe make a playoff push. Now I'm going to go on to the next trade. See you in a bit. Now we're on to the next trade. It's a much smaller trade, but I think it can make a massive difference. Simply Costa Kuvas for Taj Gibson. Straight up. We already know Taj Gibson is used this trade bait currently. Does have a fairly large contract, but so does Costa Kuvas, so that's not going to matter. What matters is, again, the defense. The Bulls, again, are one of those teams that almost anyone on the team has great defense. Taj Gibson being one of the better defenders on the team already. So Costa Kuvas, they're already struggling at the center position in Chicago, and he actually is a very solid backup. And Joakim Noah's not doing good, so maybe they could choose to see who will be a better starter. But that's Bulls. I'm talking about Sacramento here. Sacramento will be getting a power forward that has plenty of explosiveness, so it's like an improved version of Quincy Ace. He just can't shoot threes, and he has the defense is so important for the Kings. They need the defense, and he can make a massive difference. Now I'm on to the third trade. This third trade is, I've seen it online, and I think it actually might work pretty well. Rudy Gay, Costa Kuvas, and Ben McLemore going to the Lakers so that Sacktown can get Roy Hibbert, Lou Williams, and Larry Nance Jr. This trade is great because Roy Hibbert's a good big man to put next to Boogie. And if not, he can go on the bench and do something for the bench team, so you have better depth. Lou Williams is a good shooting guard, and God, the Kings need shooting guards. Especially considering they give up Ben McLemore in this trade. And Larry Nance Jr. is a good rookie, making tons of explosive plays, and he knows how to run. And running is something the Kings love to do. So if they can get this, they get offense from Lou Williams and Larry Nance. They get defense from Roy Hibbert when he's on a good day. And if he's not on a good day, simple. You just take off some minutes for that day. He's on and off. He's the kind of player that you have no way to judge. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. He's kind of up and down. So, yeah. Ben McLemore could really help the Lakers just because young talent, they're trying to improve for the future anyways. Costa Kuvas is a good, solid center to replace Roy Hibbert just because he's more consistent and he's doing really well recently. And Rudy Gay is a great offensive player. They might not be able to build around him, but in the long run, it could really work. And they love to run and gun anyway, so that's good for Rudy Gay and Ben McLemore. On to the next. Now for the fourth trade. I believe fourth. Not sure. It's simple 1-for-1, but it can help both teams. To Denver, Rudy Gay, straight up for Kenneth Reed. Kenneth Reed is a great running big man, and again, Kings love to run. They don't need the small forward position anymore because of Omri Caspi, which from a fellow Jew that actually is such good news. And the power forward position is so needed in Sacramento, it is insane. And he can really help, along with the fact that he is stronger than Rudy Gay and be able to take on some of the better power forwards in the league, strength-wise. This could be a good trade for both. It will be a lot smaller than some of the other ones, like the Laker and Sacramento trade I mentioned right before this. But it works. I think it would work very well. Next. Similar to the last trade, this one could also work. It's, again, 1-for-1. It's Rudy for Al Horford. Al Horford is on his final year of his contract. And the Hawks, I don't know what they're doing with that. They might keep him, they might not. So this seems straight fit because Al Horford did used to play power forward, I believe, in college. And I think it'd be a very good fit next to DeMarcus Cousins considering they both can stretch the floor, run, and they're very versatile. Along with the fact that, again, as I already mentioned, small forward decisions taken, they needed a power forward. This could work. And he has reasonable defense, which couldn't hurt. This trade's a bit more far-fetched, but I think it might work just because the Knicks need a point guard so badly. It does not involve Rudy Gay. It involves Rajon Rondo, who is doing phenomenal in real life. I am so happy about that. But Porzingis is also doing really, really incredible, and it would be a 1-for-1, simply because of cap. Rondo makes a lot more than Porzingis, because Porzingis is only a rookie, which is why I have Jose Calderon there, along with Quincy Acey. Quincy Acey is also doing pretty well in real life, and he has a tiny contract, so that works with Rondo's. And then Porzingis has a reasonable contract with Jose Calderon with a much larger one. So it could work with simply because, yes, Calderon has a cap, but I think it's his final year, not his one more year. Porzingis is Porzingis, which is he could stretch the floor, which is really important for Kings. They want to stretch floor anyways. Like someone that can shoot, that's a big man. And yeah, I think this could really work. Knicks need a point guard stat and one that's willing to pass the Melo 24/7. So that seems like Rondo's seems good. And Quincy was already in Knick land, and it worked ish. And yeah, this is I think I have one or two more trades to go. And yeah, next trade. This is again a deal that does not involve Rudy Gay, but this time it also doesn't involve Rondo. This is more about getting rid of Coach Kufis' massive contract. Even though the salary cap for a team is going to go skyrocket up, it's still fairly large. So I want to get rid of that and replace it with some either smaller contracts or just players that I think might fit better. So this one involves Coach Kufis and Cron Butler. Cron Butler doesn't want to be there anyways. And we got Terrence Jones, who has been showing some pretty good potential, and he also can shoot threes, which the Kings want again in their power forward spot. And it gets them Corey Brewer, which is a solid shooting guard that can play decent defense, run the floor reasonably, and can shoot threes, even on the break. So and for the Rockets, they're getting a backup center that they can use because Clint Capella is not a center, he's a power forward. And they're getting Cron Butler, which, again, it couldn't hurt. Plus, he can train, possibly he could help train Sam Dekker because why not have more veteran leadership? It helps. Now, on to the final trade. We shall see. Now, for his final trade, it's, again, 1-for-1, and it does not involve any of the players I've already mentioned. It's with Marco Bellinelli. He's a great shooter, but, again, defense isn't great. He's tall for his size. Tall for his position, I meant. And he's pretty good shooter. I don't see why. I think that it could help the Lakers a lot. But from Sacramento getting Nick Young. Nick Young, they already mentioned that they don't love him and he might want to trade him during the trade deadline, which is only about a month away. And the Kings could use Nick Young. Yes, he fails a bit more often, but he shoots pretty well, much more athletic than Marco Bellinelli, and his defense is a bit better. This is the final trade. These are the trades that I feel seem best for the Kings. Hopefully, Vlad Divac or somebody that might see it and might actually help them. Please do share the videos, get it around. I would love any of this to work out. In real life, I love any of these deals to work, not including anything else I mentioned in other videos. Thank you, and BYR Cheeser out.